Peace, family. So I'm back with another one, you know what I'm saying? So today I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about you think you special, huh? That was the last thing my big bro said when I got the chance to chop it up with him. And I love that as a subject. This was a little bit ago, but I was just thinking about like being raised in a cult like household setting. And even though I wasn't raised in a household with my big bro, it's always been this subtle competition with him to me for some reason. I didn't have any competitions with any of my siblings. You know, I treated all my siblings the way I wanted to be treated. Besides my brother Chad sometimes, and that was just because we lived together, so you just kind of, you know how that process is if you live in the house with them. But you think you special. And I feel like when that statement came out and it was made, it was correlated to the knowledge and information I used to try to talk to him about before I started actually doing this in front of the camera. Because I used to try to build with him all the time. And it was like, when I started learning and growing, the thing with these weird witchy motherfuckers is they love hiding and keeping information from you and being secretive. So when I started growing and learning and ascending, it was like he would pull up and screenshot or show me things he had in his computer that was like some knowledgeable information that he could have shared with me, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever he had learned about it or whenever he saw that I was growing and getting to a certain space, because I always followed my big bro everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And like that was part of my process, so I ain't got nothing against that. But as far as like you think you special, you know what I'm saying? Like for some reason, even with these people and these entities and I know other people has experienced it, other chosen ones and other people that's even been around me that's not even probably even in the chosen field, but they have other siblings that do the same thing with them. It's like these other entities can still have more money than you. They can be positioned better than you, meaning physically with like a better house, better car, better job. You know what I'm saying? All these physical things that would make people in the Matrix feel more comfortable, and that would help us all in society right now, to be honest. It's like these things, even having this shit on you, they still know they don't have the fucking sauce. So when he said that to me, you think you special, I was like, it just made me want to laugh, because I was like, I know I am. I don't need you to tell me. Like, all my experiences to my life add up and shows, motherfucker, that we came from the same sperm donor, motherfucker. But I chose to be more humble and more confident and more firm in my belief system to be able to stand in front of this camera and be able to communicate with you guys and put myself out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But these witchy motherfuckers is not going to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And they always get to this space to where they like to triangulate everything they possibly can. You know what I'm saying? I got a triangulation of siblings on this side. I got a triangulation of siblings on this side. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in the middle, not being bothered with by either fucking sides. You know what I'm saying? I got one on my sperm donor side that I chop it with occasionally through the game. You know what I'm saying? But even then, when I'm trying to build with him and get him to try to do more and get out of that space, he don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And he's the younger one out of the bunch. So when he made that statement, you think you special, saying that's in all of us, I was like, no, it's not. I told him that's not in all of us. You 2 years older than me, and I've always been 2 years stronger than you, motherfucker, physically and spiritually. So we are not the same. Yes, I am more special, and we do need to own up to that. There's nothing wrong with claiming your shit that you know you have the background to show for it. There's plenty of things I could put on the table to show. All right, motherfucker, I've been standing on mine. I did 3 years in prison and still came home standing on mine. I was lost and confused and moving around doing things in a different space. But even when I was locked up and still in that space, and you know when you chosen, you get everything put on the hardest level. So even with my point system, I was supposed to go to a road camp. They sent me to a level 2, got in a little bit of trouble around that yard. Then they sent me up to the fucking Max in Virginia, which is Greensville. That's the biggest prison out here. You know what I'm saying? I only had 3 years, but you put me in there with lifers, you know what I'm saying? But even being in there in that process, some of the old heads would even tell me that I'm special. Can't tell me shit about my being. You can't tell us when you live this long, you can't tell us nothing about our being. You know what I'm saying? I came across plenty of old heads. Yo, what's up, young? You don't even seem like you're supposed to be in here. Yeah, I know I'm not, but they already know the vibes anyways. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? I was supposed to take that walk to help and heal other beings. You know what I'm saying? And my mans who I met in 2009, it was 2009, 2010, because I came home in like 2010. It was a long time ago, but 2009, it was like that book that I have at the end of each video, that's him. He was at the start of his bid. He's finishing up a 22-year sentence now. You know what I'm saying? He done formulated a whole new circle with this shit. So when they try to tell us that we not special, that's their little manipulation tactic to try to throw us off our sauce and off our horse, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to ride the same thing that we ride, and they want to do the same thing that we doing. I grew my hair out. He grew his hair out. I had my tattoos. He got his tattoos all in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? I started working out. I always been working out because I did high school and shit. It's just since my ascension, it's been more like trails, walks, hikes, blah, blah, blah. These things opposed from working out, because I was like working out spiritually. So it was other things, but I knew I just needed to keep myself fit. But all of this goes back hand to hand with them making statements saying that you're not special. We all have these weird ass households and family members that we deal with still to this day, that come around us, or that we go around, or that we're still in the same vicinity, and they always have these slick remarks and shit that they like to make to try to throw you off your game, even though they not doing what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't trying to do nothing more than what you doing. They not trying to elevate. They not trying to do anything to raise their motherfucking frequency. And for me, even if you not doing the same thing as me, but you trying to raise your frequency, I give you all the respect in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have different processes. We all do. But when you don't want to take the steps and you just want to be combative and do weird witchy shit just to do it, it's like, bro, we supposed to be doing this shit together. But instead, in your fucked up mind, fucking around with the opposition, now you're at war with me. But this whole time I was beside you for years and not even understanding. But now I understand why. And that's why you made the statement to say, you think you special. I never said that. You said that. This comes out of their mouths 24/7. And I only use him as an example. And I have plenty of other examples. I just don't like to give big, long rundowns of things. Like whatever example I pull from, that's what I usually like to go with and correlate things with. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was already thinking siblings and family, because I have the other side as well. And then I ran into a couple other people, and they was kind of having some issues with their siblings that they were dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like their parents would want to tell them that their brother or somebody, they should want to have their kids around, their daughter around, so that we could learn what a masculine or what a male or something is. And I was just kind of asking them, like, what makes him the kind of person that the daughter should be around? Like, what is he teaching her? And she didn't really have an answer for what he would be teaching her. So in their world, it was more so of, because he's not doing anything the system says don't do, that's why he should be teaching. But when I asked her these questions, she didn't have an answer as far as what he would be teaching her. Now, as far as me, I give my daughter lessons. Everybody already know, and they come around me. This is me 24/7. Some motherfuckers ain't the same when they get off the camera. This is me on and off the motherfucking camera. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to tell me I'm special. I don't give a fuck what title they put on it. I don't even have to put on a title. You know what I'm saying? I just know that I'm me, and I know that we lit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know, is that we lit. They not us, and we are not them. That's why it's always this constant competition with them, and they just don't know what else to do with themselves. It's like you want to watch, but you don't want to help or you don't want to join, or you don't want to contribute, and it could be ideas spilled your way and you still don't want to take these ideas, whether it's to build like business wise or whether it's to build spiritually. If I'm somebody that's very self-aware, and that's what I like to do, is talk about self-awareness within myself, and I bring out the self-awareness with others around me, you know what I'm saying, then you don't get a pass, motherfucker. If anything else, y'all are gonna get it worse, because I grew up with all of y'all. Not all of y'all, but for the bulk. I grew up with the bulk of my siblings. Not every single one of them, but for the bulk of them I grew up with, you know what I'm saying? So we are special in our own space and place, and that's why they have to make these statements to let us know. They have to make these statements to let us know. We don't walk around saying we special, we special, we special. We just say, hey, look, we chosen. We had to put a title on it to identify ourselves differently from this weird shit over here. And whether you're a Christian and you say the chosen came from, you know, the Bible, or whether you're Islamic and you have your own titles that you say that's where it came from, it doesn't matter. Each culture is different, but it's still articulated the same way towards the same goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all for the same purpose and the same cause. So when they mention these things and they say these things and they like to go behind us and gossip and talk shit about us and wondering why the other sibling is being all fucking weird and witchy, because the other sibling went and triangulated and started gossiping and doing some weird witchy shit. You know what I'm saying? But then they communicate as if nothing has been being said or being talked about. That's why you have to minimize and separate, and that's why I just separate. And with the other ones, I minimized as much as I possibly could. For the rest of them, they just don't even deal. They just stay ghosted. They probably tap in every so often, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on, they definitely gonna tap in because they want to see what the fuck you doing. And the good thing about this shit is like if you post on stories, you definitely can see if they tapped into your stories. But shit like this, you're not gonna be able to tell if they tapping in for your views and shit, but you just know spiritually. When you spiritually connected, you just know the vibe. You just know the vibe. It's always there. You know what I'm saying? They will lead with the witchy shit. And we gonna keep moving to raise this motherfucking frequency. You know what I'm saying? We got heartbreaks and beans up in here. I would've took this off and showed y'all the back. You know what I'm saying? Because I never really pull this one around. But I got them down below too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap into everything. This is what we do. We supporting, we showing love all the way around the board. This isn't just for me. This is a whole collective thing. So as it continue to grow and progress, it's going to be more steps taken that is going to be visualized that you will be able to see. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love to the kings and queens.